Hey, welcome back to another video of H&H Express model and scale trains. This will be part 3 of redesigning a little bit or redoing the track plan on the back of this layout. So in the last video you saw that I fixed the outer section, which means that the train can now run from the windmill over there nicely over to that section over there. So and in this video we're gonna add the second the inner loop on this section what we created. For that we still need to make a section over here, but we will see that in the video. So come up closer and we're gonna continue where we left off. So to give you a little bit of an idea, so this is where the turnout was positioned. So it was a move over from here to here, and that turnout, let me see where I have it, that's this turnout, will be now positioned over here. I put some isolation sections over here so that when this turnout is connected, these are not connected, they will have their own individual power section. So and then from here we can put a track to there, but we also need to have a turnout somewhere around here, so there will be a small section over here to go to the bridge, because this is the entry to the bridge. Because I hope you can see it, yeah, that section, that's the bridge post, and that will then go to here. It previously went with a curve. Let me see if I still have that section. Yeah, here. So it previously went like this. So it had a curve over here and then a curve over there, and then we had to turn it over here, and that's gonna change. So these two tracks will be that way. So I'm gonna mount this turnout first so that I can check where I would like to have this be connected to. And this would be then the track, something like that. So I don't want to have it bent too much. And then later, if this is finished, we're gonna add another turnout over here. Let me see if I have that turnout. Let me just double check. I should have a turnout that would be the same as this one, which will be positioned over here, and it will be directly connected to this turnout, which this output will go to Kevin's yard, and that's all the way up there. But that is for now. So for now we're gonna install this turnout, then that turnout, and then look where the other turnout needs to be. At this position I'm gonna install the curve over here, and you see that we need to pass a little bit over here, but I think that will be good and we can just fill it up. So let me do that. So now this section will need to be added. So I have here a longer piece. Need to shorten it. Put some installation markers over here because this is a separate power section and this will be a separate power section. So let me install that one. Okay. Now we need to make the curve. So that's nice. And that's okay. Over here. Over here. So looking at it, I will need to cut it over here. So let me do that off camera. So I try to cut it to length. And since it's a bend curve, it's a little bit more difficult. Let me see if this fits. You see that this over here, this track is a little bit longer than that one, so I need to shorten that a little bit. So it took off a little bit, so let's see if it fits now. Now let's use one of the wagons. So that looks good, and I will need to add the power to the track as well. So now that we have installed everything on that side except for the wiring, we're gonna install this section over here. So it needs to be coming out here. But one thing what I was thinking, because this will go back uphill, we need to have enough room to get over the track. And this was the old position of the track when I had the turnout over here, so it was going that way. So I need to travel along to that section and the height needs to be correct so that the train can come underneath. So we need to figure out a solution. So I picked up just a another piece of track for here, and it looks that this track, which was already bent, so I bent it a little bit more, is almost the right one to get connected over here. And I have another piece. Let me see where that is. This piece. So I might have enough to put down here. So, but I need to get a little bit of a slope here. So a decline. And I have some masonite of it. So let me check where it needs to go. So that's too high. So it's now on top of the rails, but it will be below. So it looks like that it's gonna be something like this. And then this section can come over here on the right height to go over the track. So I will cut this short. So let me make a marker of it. It looks that it will be around here. So there is a marker over there and there. So let me try to do it freehand. Something like that. So it will be positioned like that. I'm gonna cut that off. I'm gonna place it there. So I will cut that off camera and I will be back. I will put some foam on the top of it because I don't have any cork. But this should be approximately the angle. Yeah, that looks good. So let's see how we can add some foam over here. So I cut the foam, which will be on top of here. This one I already cut, so I'm gonna position it on here. So let me glue that, and this will be around here. I already brought the dropping cable for the power up. Let's glue it. Let's put some weight on it and let it dry. Okay, so I glued this section in. I try to clean everything a little bit so that I can put the track in. So let's see how it fits. So this will be a straight line like this. So you see that there is a gap over here. It's a little bit bigger gap than there. And if I'm gonna bend this rail, you see that the gap will be bigger. And that's something what I don't want. So I need to have the rail stay on its place. So like that. So now it's tidy enough. And we can start putting some screws in here and then try to make the bend. Let me see, where is the next hole? It's a little bit hard to see. Let me just quickly remove it and tilt it up. It is over here. There's a hole there. You see that there is a hole there. I'm gonna put some screws in those holes. And then a little bit align it next to that one. So I'll put a screw in here somewhere later, but this is the most important one that makes the bend right. And I don't want to have a too big a hole over here in between the let me turn you a little bit around and zoom out. So now you can see the curve. So let me bring you over there. So now we will need to add a section between here. I have this section. That looks long enough. So I'm gonna use that one. It used to have wires connected to it, but that's fine. So I can use this one. So let me cut this one to length first. I found another isolation section here, so I'm gonna install that over there where I missed one, and I will be back here. So this is the track which will be connected over here, so let me try to see if it fits. Okay, that should complete the track. So let's move the camera a little bit further away so we can check if the track is really working. So here you can see the whole curve, the turnouts, the switch over here, and to that section. I'm gonna use this coach all the way from here, because it goes downhill here, to see if it rolls itself. And that is very nice. So let me connect to the layout. And see if I can put power on the track. So I selected my generic train again, which puts power on the inner sections of the track. So let's see if it tested. So the direction is that way, which means that the green LED should be lit if I'm gonna put power on it. So now it's off, and if I'm just gonna put a little bit power on it, it should be on. There's no power on this one, this over here. Let me check somewhere else. Okay, let me check if oh, I forgot to put the real track power on it. So now there should be track power on it. Let me see. Yeah. We have a green light here. Let's see over here. We have a green light there. We should have a green light here. Yep. And we should have a green light over here. Make sure that it has power. Oh, no, sorry. I put isolation over here, which I should not have done. So let me correct that. I need to put regular rail joiners over there. Just be right back. So now we have power on the track. Let me add my switcher. Have it a passenger coach pull. So I can and what happened is that actually the isolation section should be here, because this is the cables for the power section of this track. So now I can hear the engine. Takes a little. There it goes. Let's see if it's going all the way through. That works. Now I stopped putting power on over there. So, but that works. That means that this area also is working. The outside is working and the inside is working. So in the next video we're gonna test the whole loop to see if everything works. So if you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of these videos, please consider to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you and goodbye.